What is going on today? What is up with OBS? I try and be a good streamer. I try and keep. Tell me Lodoc's here without telling me Lodoc's here. Welcome in, Lodoc. Welcome in, everybody. It doesn't bode well that this is the third time I've started OBS today. Yeah, OBS, exactly. Yeah. So nothing's changed on the stream. I mean, I've disabled some things for the horror stream, but nothing's basically changed. And yet I start OBS today, the clock starts ticking, and then OBS just closes out, because why not? And so I opened OBS again, started it again, got double audio, which I'll actually pin to the start of the chat, so now I can unpin that. And yeah, it went a little while, and then Dark Muppeteer alerted me to the fact that he's drained my pond again. So I closed out Lurkbait, reopened it. As it was reopening, it closed out OBS. So I'm not opening Lurkbait in case that is the offender. So no fish. But when we switch to the horror scene, which we set up last week, there won't be any fishing anyway. I do have the closest I could get to a horror coffee cup today, which is, dinosaur bones, but there we go. How are we doing? There's an alien blob moving around over your right shoulder. Whoa. Blah. Thank you, Anders. That is my fancy pants. Not alien blob. Fiber optic lamp, no less. Look, you'll remember these, right? You probably saw it on a previous stream when I bought it and I was showing it off. Changes pretty colours. Yeah. I just kind of brought it a little bit more into the scene today. And speaking of a little bit more into the scene, we have a new stand for the LED panel. Look, something a bit more substantial than it balancing on a wobbly goose arm. So, yeah, that's my first purchase that I made at the weekend. $3.99, $4 for this pretty substantial stand. So hopefully now, when people do the redemption, it will look a bit better. So let me give it a quick check. Let's do a free test, since it is 1,000 points. Hey, look, a more substantial LED panel stand. Yay! This is where we see if it actually even works. Ha! Look, it's there. It does the thing. Yeah, Ice Bear, my favourite bear. Good morning. How are you doing? 3 days. 3 more sleeps to Santa. 3 days to Christmas. It's almost here. So close. You can probably smell it. Does Christmas have a smell? I know they sell candles that are smell like pine trees and cinnamon, and that's supposed to be. Sorry, Celine, I can't be Celining this morning. And that's got Effin and Jeff in. All right, let's try a bit of Frank as we head towards the the spooky stream today. I've changed a few things. Let me just scroll back, make sure I didn't miss anything in chat, because I don't like missing people's messages. Okay, Moxie's on his way to Boston. Safe travels. I hope your daughter is a good driver. I'm guessing she is if you're letting her drive. I'm on my way to the kettle to make tea. Dark Muppeteer. Safe travels. Yeah, so no pond today. Okay. I got my regular daily email, Anders, and there's an envelope I don't recognise. Yeah, I don't really even know if first is working, because I don't think Tatum's in here, but apparently Tatum got first. So anyway, all kinds of balkanness on the stream today. I know that Dukasoft did actually get first on the first stream, but this is the 17th time I've started today because of reasons. So yeah, here we go. Yep, and Wifey is in the back seat with the twins going now. Watch the road. Alrighty, excellent. Lodoc, how you doing? I hope you're having a good day. I have it on good authority that you may or may not have received some stickers in the mail. It made me chuckle this morning because Lodoc wasn't actually on my Discord server. I mean, why would you need to be really on my Discord server? It's not for everybody. It doesn't have content that everybody would be interested in. But Lodoc joined my server to post a message in my lounge and say, look, stickers. That made me chuckle. Okay, so let's do we even have, I don't even know with it crashing out so much OBS, even if we have a redemption. We do, a prediction even. So let's go ahead and close that out because you can probably see by now that, you know, what the shirt is I'm wearing today is my Stream Deck not even working. Okay, finally. Breathe. There's going to be lots of fast-paced breathing in a bit, I feel, when we start playing this game. Is it a Mario shirt? No, it is in fact also not Pac-Man, even though it's in Pac-Man yellow. It is Good Guys from the movie Child's Play. That must be Kilted with his new walk-on sound. How are you doing, Kilted? Welcome on in. All right, so the outcome for today was something else. Close the prediction. Let's see if we can head down the stream road today without any further bumps and potholes, shall we? That would be nice. Let's see how it goes. Well, OBS horror is also a thing. I mean, it's been a little bit shocking today. Yeah, so I agree with you there, Dukesoft. So if and when I start streaming, this will be the fun I have to look forward to. The thing is, I always tell people, I know the lighting looks a bit weird today. It's gonna look even more weird in a minute because I'm going to turn some more lights off when we start playing the game. But I always say to people, if it says there's an OBS update, don't do it right before you're about to stream because chances are you could have issues. You know, they released this software. It is open source software, but it's usually pretty bug free. You know. But also, they don't know what setup everybody has. So, you know, chances are potentially you could have issues. And I updated it yesterday and I thought, seems okay. Started the stream today. Choing! It closed out. So until I can look in some logs and find out exactly what's causing the issue, or until OBS releases a sub update, a sub version for possible issues that not just I'm having, but other people as well, then we'll see how it goes. Holiday Road, not the Kesha version, but the OG version was in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation that I watched at the movies last week. That just Slim Kevin. Good morning, my favourite bear. How are you? Bear, exactly. Yeah. 3 days until Christmas. Not long. I hope everybody's done their shopping. I hope everybody's prepared and ready for that big man in a red costume to come down the chimney or something. First, I feel offended. Yeah, I mean, somebody beat you to first that's not even here, which is a bit crazy. Now, you know, some people, I've seen a lot of streams where people are like, oh, yeah, you know, it's my last stream now before. Ubisoft, thank you. I guess the calendar might have been a little bit off because OBS crashing and me not starting, me not running the check on it. So thank you. Yeah, Android. Everybody loves Android, right? Yeah. So it's already been a thing today. It's been a bit odd. So we'll see how it goes. I'm watching you on my dev rig today. Whoa, Bear! I feel quite honoured. I'm good. How are you? I might have. I'm very good, thank you, Lodoc. Yeah. Despite the numerous OBS crashes before I'd even actually made an appearance. Yeah. Yeah. Is said envelope addressed to Bit Gamey from Anders? No, it is not. No. Kilted forgot about his walk-on sound. And speaking of walk-on sounds, that was Tubby Crumble's walk-on sound. How you doing, Tubby? Welcome on in. Hello, good afternoon, and aloha. So fancy. Yeah, so a lot of people were saying, oh, it's my last stream before Christmas, or oh, it's my last stream of the year is more commonly what I'm seeing. So people are like declaring, well, you know, I'm not going to stream this week, probably not going to stream next week either. So yeah, there you go. So maybe we can grab some of that traffic. Maybe we can get some of those people in here today. Not with raids though, because I've disabled raids today. Yeah, I figure because we're in a different scene and it's going to be quite invasive, interrupting. Yeah. I don't want to be in the middle of a really tense scene and then suddenly a raid comes in and I've got to flip back to the main scene and I've got to do the whole raidy thing. So I've disabled raids for today only. So there won't be any raids coming in. So unless people find us organically, unless people look in the category that is the game that we're playing, or just happen to stumble on us, then yeah, we shouldn't get a whole bunch of people flooding in. So, you know, nice little bit of coziness today. It's a very weird glow, isn't it? Because I've got the curtains drawn, which are quite dark, blocking curtains. It makes it quite dark in here. I have my 3 lights on, so I have my 2 key lights at the side, and I have my Logitech streaming light at the top. We're going to try and turn off the 2 side lights and see how that looks. Let's do that next, and then we'll see. So we have Elgato key light left, turn light off. Ooh, don't get scared, people. Okay, Elgato key light right, turn light off. Ooh. So all we have now is the one streaming light up here. And we might even try turning that off. Maybe the the glow from the monitors will be enough. We try turning off the Logitech light as well. Here goes nothing. Are we good? Is that good, or are we too dark? I think that's probably okay. I mean, I don't know how much light is going to come off of the monitor when we start playing the game. So, yeah, I guess we'll find out. You know what? I don't play games much on stream, as regulars will probably know. And of those games, I play horror games even less because I don't like them. So, yeah, thanks to everybody that threw points at the challenge so that I had to play it. Thanks. Thanks for that. Yeah. Not only stickers, unexpected stickers. I mean, what's better than just receive... Thank you, Jigsaw. What's better than just receiving a big gaming envelope with stickers in, extra stickers or extra stuff? But, you know, you can put extra stuff in and people still won't necessarily appreciate it. Say, for example, I bought a notepad that had a really tiny version of, say, I don't know, Microsoft Paint or something, which is pretty cute. It's pretty nostalgic, you know, and then you're like, you know what, I'm going to tear a leaf off of this pad and I'm going to send it to some people with their stickers, and then people get it and they're like, WTF, what is it? What am I supposed to do with this? Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, anyway, I won't do that anymore. Lesson learned. All right. Hope you're doing good, lurking and working-ish. Okay, Kilted, thank you. I appreciate the lurk, and now I'm going to be squished.
Tell me Bardak is here without telling me Bardak is here.
I'm very worried today. I feel like I'm standing on top of OBS Jenga, okay? And as the stream progresses, people are pulling virtual bits of wood out of what I'm standing on. And I go a bit like this. Happy unbirthday. Happy unbirthday to you, Bardi. Thank you for squashing me and for announcing it's not your birthday and for giving me the outline. I mean, here we go again. Possibly. It's also not Dukasoft's birthday. Anybody else whose birthday it's not today? Yeah, we're gonna have Dancing Cupcake. Every time chocolate! Every time something happens today on the stream, every time someone does a redemption, the activity feed panel on the right and the stream chat panel on the left go black, and then they come back on again, and I'm like, oh no! Did we crash? Oh no. I think we're still good. So I really hope that when we move to the new horror scene, things will become more stable. Because I have disabled, here are the updates, okay? Most redemptions will be disabled when we switch scenes. The blurps won't be available. That means if you try and do a blurp, you will still give me the bits, thank you very much, but you won't hear anything because I haven't got the source in there and I can't refund those bits. So just a heads up. Jesus wept. I thought that was blurps, but that it actually is not, is it? Anyway, so the changes to today are most redemptions are disabled, blurps are unavailable, Spotify will be paused, the music will be paused, so don't try song requests. Song requests will still get added to the queue, they just won't get played today because we're not having, you know, Christmas music in the background while we're playing a horror game. I feel like you might lose some of the immersiveness, possibly. I haven't put any cooldowns on the 2 new sound alerts, and I did want to put more sound alerts in, but sound alerts said, no, sorry, you know, you're not having any more than 2. I added 2, and then I went to add a 3rd one because I thought, you know, maybe a heartbeat, maybe something like might be a good sound to put in for a horror stream. But I couldn't add any more than 2. It said, sorry, error occurred. Logged out, logged back in, tried to add it again. Sorry, error occurred. Tried another browser. Logged into a different browser. Tried that. Sorry, error occurred. So for some reason, Sound Alerts doesn't want to add any more than 2 sound alerts to my Twitch account. So we have Pingu that Dukasoft's making me wish I'd put a cooldown on, which I might do in a moment. And we have Jump Pingu and Jump Scream. So no Jump Heartbeat, sadly, but there we go. This calendar is funny. Wibbly wobbly fiber optic plants for the win. Yeah. Actually, they do plants, don't they? This is actually just a lamp as such. Yeah, so there's all the lovely bits. Like it's like I'm holding a fiery torch or something, but yeah. There's all the bits. Okay, good song. This calendar is funny. Now, because of the lighting, that looks a bit scary in itself, which I guess is fitting for a horror stream. You don't want a singing giraffe wearing a Santa hat with dark black eyes, do you? Yeah. Well, apparently we do today, so there it is. Last bits. Well, that stands out pretty well in the dark, doesn't it? How are you doing, Bardi? And as everybody seems to want to ask you these days, how are your balls, Bardi? I figured I had to get that in there. So last bit's arriving tomorrow, Wednesday, so mostly done. Excellent. Yeah. Dark Muppeteer, how's that PC working out for you? I have it on good authority that you have a new PC there. Berlin has his new PC, finally, after it got delivered to the wrong address, but he hasn't got it set up yet. He has to set some time aside to migrate everything from the device he's currently using. Fixed. There we go. Calendar's fixed. Hooray for free airplane Wi-Fi. What's up? Shark Geek is airborne. There's a shark in the air. Flying sharks. Is it Sharknado? Is Shark Geek part of the new Sharknado movie? Possibly. How are you doing, Shark Geek? Our resident shark expert. Good to see you. Yeah, Shark Geek, Tubby Crumbles. Smike says hi, and he missed your deals of the week things. I haven't actually covered the deals of the week things yet. I did get my alert that Smike's had gone live this morning, but I was unable to join because I was trying to prep for this stream. So, yeah, and we won't be getting any raids in because I've disabled raids. So, Lodoc, if you want to tell Smikes, even if he was thinking of raiding in, maybe pick a different target because raids are disabled in here today. Okay, where did I get to? Howdy doody kilted. Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly how and apart from, I mean, I think I broke the Twitch law today. I have to do this. That's the only real way to greet kilted, sup kilted, but howdy doody works as well. Yeah, I might want to drop the family friendly and safe space tags for today. I mean, the stream itself, the content I provide and the viewers will be. I did wonder about that. Should I take those off? Okay, I'll take them off. But let me just make a note that I'm taking them off. Otherwise, I'll forget to put them back on again. And that might not be so good when we're back to the usual. Okay, so let me just make a note. So I created 2 actions in StreamerBot. One is to pause most of the redemptions, and then or disable them, and then another one is to enable them. When we move to the horror scene, they'll be automatically disabled. I think when we leave the scene, they won't automatically enable again, but I do have a manual command I can run for that. I just need to remember to. So if either at the end of this stream, when we finish playing, or tomorrow's stream, which is going to be a Mix It Up Monday push to Tuesday because we've got Horror Monday instead. If you see no redemptions, please let me know because it means I forgot to enable them again. So, all right, let's do that fix real quick. So if we go back to Twitch, create a dashboard, and we will edit the stream stuffs. Now it does automatically, because I've selected a mature game as the category that we're in, it does automatically flag that. So when I change the category to Still Wakes the Deep, it says, this is a mature rated video game that may not be suitable for some viewers. It gives you a little warning in the creator dashboard. But also, when you have the content classification, it does automatically put in a mature rated game that I can't actually remove. So it says you are required to disclose if your content is not suitable for certain viewers. So there we go. We'll get rid of I think safe space is still valid, right? I think people can still feel safe here, even if it's a mature game we're playing. But family friendly we should probably lose. Programming, we can probably lose. Let me, I did add a tag for the actual game as well, so it should be in the category and it should also be a tag. So new from clipboard. Okay, so safe space we're keeping, British we're keeping, Allo we're keeping, English we're keeping, StreamerBot we're keeping, Unity we're taking off because we're not actually doing Unity today. We're not doing programming, we'll take that off. Video games we'll keep, and Still Wakes the Deep we'll keep. Okay. Anybody has any other tags I think I should add in, then let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to click on done. Okay, that should be updated now. All right, let me try and catch up with chat. Thank you for that suggestion, Dark Muppeteer. Game will be darker in a lot of sections. Yeah, so that's my thought, you see. The main game is going to be on my main monitor here, but also I'm going to have light coming in from the side monitors. So I think the fact we've turned off all 3 streaming lights and I've drawn the curtains to keep out the daylight, I think we'll be okay. And then if it gets particularly dark, I'll still be able to see, even if you can't see me. And then I think that'll add to the immersion, possibly. We'll see. Okay. I don't know which Ahu you got, Dukesoft, but hopefully it was a good one. WTF, it's a blank MS Paint canvas printout. Yeah, you're welcome, Anders. Okay. Happy unbirthdays. Hello, very word today. I'm Badaki. I really regret putting that one in already, and we haven't even started the game. That is nightmarish. Okay, anyway, moving on. Bit of chocolate. Thank you, Dark Muppeteer. As always, this is the advent calendar. The doors are getting less and less the closer we get to the big day. Today, the calendar widget says it is the 22nd. So the 22nd door is actually at the top here. It says right there, 22. So Balint is not here at the moment. So he won't mind if I rip the door off. And it says, will it snow this Christmas? So what could possibly be behind this door? Melakaliki mucka. Could it be a snowman? Maybe. Possibly. Let's rip off the foil so the chocolate can stay fresh. And let's see. Can we tell what it is from just the... Well... Ice Bear with an almost 8-stream streak. Thank you. I've lost the chocolate. This is a first. First time ever I've lost the chocolate. I was holding up the calendar to say, hey, here's the outline. Can we guess what it is from the back of the outline of the chocolate? And it was a snowman, as I predicted. But now I've lost it. I've lost the chocolate. It fell somewhere and vanished. How do you lose a chocolate? I know it's pretty dark in here right now. How does it just vanish? It just literally fell out, and it sounded like it fell onto the keyboard. But it's literally disappeared. I know it's a spooky stream today, but that makes no sense. I really felt like a chocolate today, and that's just going to annoy me now. Where the actual heckin' heck did the chocolate go? Well, I guess I fulfilled the redemption
By opening the door and getting the chocolate out. Thank you, David.
Okay. So yeah. Somewhere in this room is a chocolate from my advent calendar. Where the chocolate is, nobody actually knows. So now I actually have to be sans chocolate, as they say in Germany. No chocolate today. Sag. Okay. Well, thanks for the redemption anyway, Dark Muppeteer. We did open the door. We did take the chocolate out. Well, practically leapt out. It's not my birthday today, but it was a few days ago. Okay, then I think it's only fair, even though we've already had 2 unbirthdays, that we actually have an actual birthday redemption for Ninja. Sean 04D. Oh my goodness. Sean, how are you? Why not just add the sounds via StreamerBot? Also, Merry Christmas, hello. Well, it's funny you say that, because we actually started doing that last week. We found a YouTube video full of sound effects, and then I downloaded it, and then I had issues when I tried to chop it up and put the individual sounds into StreamerBot. So that was my original plan, and then in the end I didn't have time to mess around with it, so I thought, we'll just go to soundalerts.com and just add them to my redemptions. So yeah, that worked for 2, and then it was like, nope, sorry, you've exceeded your allowed quota of sound alerts. In fact, it just said an error has occurred, so it didn't like me after that. But Merry Christmas to you, Sean. I hope you're all ready for it. I hope you got all your presents bought, all your food bought. If you're going to see family, maybe you're en route. I know some people are today. Moxie Drinker 1 is heading to Boston with his daughter driving. And Shark Geek is actually on plane Wi-Fi and is in the air. So, you know, I love that even though people are en route, they still show up and represent. That gives me the feels. Stanley Parable Narrator. I rewrote the leaderboard software for my tennis club in Rust. We play basketball now. Rust really is a game changer. There you go. Doing well. A mix of tired and tired. Well, I hope Tired Daki gets woken up a little bit by today's stream, because I feel like there might be 1 or 2 jump scares. And Freshie, today's game is brought to you by the generosity of Fresh Meat 911, who gifted me this game. So thanks again, Freshie, for that. It definitely made shortlisting what game we're going to play a lot easier. They are doing well, freshly showered. Glad to hear it. Good, because usually sometimes it's sweaty, and I'm like, Bard is what? He's sweaty? What? Pretty good thus far. Added an extra 32 gig RAM since it only had 32. Only had 32? Did you get it from Temu? Things like light bakes are hella quick now. Oh, I think so, with 64 gig, yeah. Yeah, my potato has 32, and it does okay, mostly. Game dev is inherently not suitable for work due to all the swearing. This is true, yeah. Yeah, I don't really know. Well, I mean, Dark Muppeteer and Tubby Crumbles would say it's because I don't do any game dev, but yeah. I try and do a little bit, and I don't generally swear. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. Oh no! I hope it came up on the board there for you, Bear. If not, let me know. Can neither confirm nor deny. How would the game be able to mute Big Gaming's microphone? Yeah, wait, what? 3, 4, I'm knocking at your door. No, don't scare me before we've even started. That's cool that it does that. Wait, what? Hey, the legend that is Clayman Dev is in chat. How you doing, Clay? Good to see you. I hope you folks don't scare easily, because I do, and so I'm going to try to play this game. I'm not going to pretend like I'm going to be any good at it. I've seen it very briefly when I watched Freshie playing it on his stream, and it was a little bit creepy, and I'm like, I'm glad I'm not playing this. Yeah. Okay. Me catch up. Remember, kids, never do Unity. Yes. Wait, what? What? There's a JD. There's a JD's ball on my tree. Look, bottom left corner. I can see JD, who does dev. Oh my goodness. 14 months is nearly 15 months, JD. How are you? Welcome on in. We're going to be playing a spooky game today, even though it's not Halloween, even though it's nowhere near Halloween, even though I couldn't even tie it into a specific day that I was going to do it that might be relevant, like Boris Karloff's birthday or something. But, you know, it's a Monday. It's the Tootmeister himself, and it's a Monday. So welcome on in. Good to see you. Yes, don't do Unity, kids. That's wise words. And I can't think of anything more scary than having to listen to Bongo Cats on stream. So it's a good introduction to the game we're going to be playing today. Eat the door. No. Even though I lost the chocolate, and that is so weird and crazy. It's not like my desk is that messy that I shouldn't be able to see a chocolate that just fell out of my advent calendar. I feel like this might be an ongoing story. I might have to let you know tomorrow whether I manage to find it when I open the curtains and and light flooded into the room, but definitely for now, it's nowhere obvious. I cannot find it for the life of me. So I am chocolateless for today, but I did open it, so you know. Chocolate. How are you, Bruce? Welcome on in. Nearly a 6-stream streak, buddy. The snowman melted. That's the other concern, of course. Well, one of the concerns is it melts by the time I find it because it gets quite warm in this room. And also, if it fell on the floor, one of the dogs might tuck into it. We did actually put a latch on the door. There's a latch that lets the door only open that much so the kitty can get through. But, you know, if those dogs smell chocolate, they might well come in and get it. I know dogs shouldn't eat chocolate. Their bodies can't. Sausage! Blast your eyes! I know that dogs shouldn't eat chocolate, and I don't, you know, give them chocolate on a daily basis, but if there is a snowman on the floor and they find it before I do, I can't do a lot about that. It is pretending that it is a key. You know, if I didn't have a white keyboard, Kilted, that might be more of a reason that I can't actually find it, but I do have a Black Widow keyboard, which ironically is white, even though it's called Black Widow. So the chocolate would definitely stand out, but it's not. It's weird. It's like it just fell into the Upside Down or something from Stranger Things. Do you know what? Before we even start playing, I'm having second thoughts about that sound alert because that's quite horrific. Yeah. Did you eat it already? I did not. No. Thank you for contributing to the challenge there, David, with the very appropriate music in the background. Yeah. Don't let puppers get it. Very bad for them. Turn the lights on to find it. I mean, I did use my phone and I looked around. I don't think it's on the floor. I think it would be more obvious because, you know, we have a light-coloured carpet as well, so a brown chocolate would show up pretty easily. I don't think it's on the floor. I think it's either hiding behind a candle or I did lift my keyboard and couldn't see it, but I think it's possibly on the desk somewhere. Yeah. And like I say, the dogs aren't allowed in here now anyway, so they shouldn't be able to get in unless I inadvertently leave the door open. Sun chocolate. Who says that in Germany? No, sans, S-A-N-S, sans chocolate, as in without chocolate. Hey. So just talking about the latch that stops the dogs from getting in, Igni somehow managed to shove her head through the door between the cracks. I don't really know how, and try and eat the cat's food. It is adjustable, so clearly I need to click it down another notch so that even a dog's head can't get through. All I hear is a crunching sound. I'm like, what? Let's all wish Big Gamey a happy birthday. Throw your celebration emotes in chat while the dancing... Yeah, thanks, Bot Gamey. I was just doing it for the Kilted, though. My birthday's in March, but thank you. It's really not my birthday. Makes it all worth it. Haha, not allowed. Thanks for the Bongo Cat request, Ice Bear Bear. Yeah, I tend to get sweaty when I work on the wood with my tool. Yeah. Anyway. Almost 15 months, JD. Thank you. I appreciate your support. Always good to see you. We need to type faster so we can't catch up. I mean, I'm already 5 minutes behind, so I'm trying to get there. Almost a metric year and a half. That is crazy. Ghost, how you doing? What's popping? Well, today we're going to be playing a horror game, so probably my blood vessels will be popping. Chocolate is melting in his lap. That's the other thing, of course. I do have dark jeans on, so yeah. When I get up and I have to try and tell people, no, really, it's chocolate that melted. That's yeah. So doing all right today, Ghost. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome on in. Cat and Crabs, how you doing? Sleeps till Santa. It's going to be here before we know it. And then you're going to be like, oh, I really should have bought some presents this year. Those dogs are 100% finding the toxic chocolate. Well, if you will have 30 dogs and 17 cats, I mean, you know, It's just chocolate. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they're going to keel over from one tiny advent calendar chocolate, but also, it's PSA, don't feed your dogs chocolate. It's not good for them. Is his chat delayed? My chat? That's the last message I've just seen, so I think I might be caught up by now. Okay. All right. Well, the person that usually loves my bargain buys is streaming at the moment. So if you want to go and watch Smikes, you can do. But I'm going to have a quick swizz of what I bought this weekend, my bargain buys. So the first bargain buy was this stand. It's actually a very heavy weight on the bottom, so it was interesting trying to get it back from Goodwill. And then it has an extendable clip on the top, presumably to put in like a phone or an iPad. But I put my LED panel in there. So now it's a bit more substantial because it was a bit flippy floppy and falling off of the goose arm that I had it on. So, oh, it's quiz time. Do you like scary movies or no? Yes, my favourite genre of movies is horror, not so much with the games. Do you like rap music or no? Certain rap music bands I do like, yes. I think one of my favourite albums of yesteryear was, in fact, from Cypress Hill. So, yeah, I think I qualify in that regard. So, you don't play a lot of horror games. I do not, and that was the fun part of the challenge, that the people that watch me decided they wanted me to play a horror game. They threw all their points into the challenge and scare the bejesus out of me. Had 100% raised of the 50,000 channel points. So I love horror games. Well, you're in the right place today. Grab your favourite beverage and buckle up because I'm going to be a bit freaked out today. So we'll see how things go. It'll hopefully all be fine, and I won't need to change my jeans midstream. But it is, in fact, Still Wakes the Deep. Yeah, Still Wakes the Deep is what we're playing today. Horror games is therapy in a way for me. Interesting. I've never heard people use horror in any form as therapy, but yeah, whatever works for you. I wonder, do you like horror things? Just curious. Ask him for a friend, Ninja. I see what you did there. Okay, so, yeah, $3.99, less than $4 for the stand. I also got this, which I had no idea what it was when I first saw it, so I had to look it up. And if we hop on over to the browser and we click on this tab here, it's one of these. Germ Guardian pluggable UV sanitizer and odor reducer, air purifier, allergen reducer, no filter needed. $40 in Target. And I thought, since I kind of have to share this room with cats, or at least one cat, and a cat litter box, this is an air purifier and it doesn't need filters, so it might be a good thing to have. And instead of spending $40 at Target, I found one, pretty much brand new, at Goodwill for $3.99. And I plugged it in at Goodwill, and it works. So I'll be using that. Kilted, do you love horror games or things horror related? I love Still Wakes the Deep. I really love Still Wakes the Deep. Do you love it enough to have played it and completed it? Have you finished it? Because I don't want any spoilers. In fact, isn't there something I can put into the tags to that effect? No backseating or something. Backseating. Backseating allowed, appreciated, welcomed. Backseating only if asked. There we go. That'll do. Let's throw that one in as well. No spoilers, please. Let's put that one in as well. So how many tags have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got one more tag if we need to, but that should do for now. Dum dum dum. No, I'm not a fan of horror games. Not really into horror for horror's sake, but I don't mind if stuff has horror elements in it. I'll watch spooky movies, but the missus doesn't like them, especially The Ring and The Grudge. Yeah, and I think the OG versions of those are great. Like Ringu, is it? The Japanese version? But yeah, I do like the foreign, to be honest. I think that other countries do horror movies better than Hollywood does. So when Hollywood says, hey, let's take this movie from this foreign country that was a classic and let's remake it and let's give it some Hollywood gloss and let's try and just appreciate the beauty that was the original and don't try and cash grab by remaking it. Okay. All right. So now we've got that cleared up. I too enjoy watching spooky movies. I did try watching a found footage movie last night on Tubi, Tubi. Anybody that's in the US, it's a free, or outside the US, it's a free streaming service. And it was called The Household. And we got 8 minutes into it before Mrs. Gamey said, yeah, let's not watch this. It seems a bit cheesy. It seems a bit awful. So yeah, a whole 8 minutes we got in before we turned it off. I like a good bit of horror. If I ever do start streaming, horror games will be on the list, along with game dev and brick building. I mean, if you're not already following Dark Muppeteer, I would absolutely drop them a follow for when they start streaming, and then you'll get that notification. Well, if Twitch feels like notifying you, since they've got that stupid new personalize option for alerts. But anyway, let's not go down that rabbit hole again. So I thought this would be a good thing. Yeah, $40. I paid $4, and yeah. I'm going to plug it in probably after this stream, and then hopefully the air in this room will be purified. Yeah. What else did I get from Goodwill? I got some almost brand new Levi's jeans in my size for $7. That was nice. Yeah. So, you know, if I do have to change them midstream because I have an accident based on how scared I get, then you saw nothing, all right? Walk away. I have the fan on, and I see the fan is blowing the curtain. That's not good, is it? I might have to fix that. Okay. All right, but now we have it dark in here. You might actually be able to see, which normally you can't see because it's lighter. You might actually be able to see the little thing up here I have. Which, you know, it looks a bit washed out. Let's see if we zoom in, if it'll focus any better. Maybe not. Maybe that's just as good as it's going to get. That actually says, even though you can't really see it very well, it says on air, as in I'm streaming. So that lights up when I start my stream, and then unless things crash horribly, it turns off again when I finish streaming. So, so yeah, I have this Germ Guardian. Hopefully that's going to... I don't feel like the air needs purifying in here, but I feel like if there's a cat litter box, why wouldn't it? So, yeah. Okay, so that's the Germ Guardian. We had a couple of assets go free on Discord today. If you're not already in my Discord server and you do game dev, whether it's Godot, Unity, or Unreal, you can get free assets on my server. This Heroes Pack went free today. Now, the Heroes Pack is normally $4.99. Yeah, look, for these characters you can use in your game. And today they're free. All right, and an even bigger saving than that is the barn. The barn went free today. How much do we think the barn normally costs? $34.99. $35 barn I'm giving you for free. Well, I'm not giving you it for free, but I'm alerting you to the fact it has gone free. Yeah. And, you know, if you think, Huh. You know what would go well though, if it was like in a forest and it was like a horror game that you were creating. What else could you have as well as a barn? I mean, somebody doesn't live in the barn, right? They have a barn. What about a wood cabin? That would go well in a horror game, right? Do we think? It's from the same asset developer, so it's got a similar art style, and this is normally $15. This is also free today. So yeah, get this. Create your own horror game. Yeah, there you go. Now, there were some other assets that went free today, but I don't want to give you all the spoilers, so feel free to hop on over to my Discord server and check out the others. Which channel on the Discord? That would be Unity Gone Free, Tubby Crumbles. Yeah. If you're already on my Discord server, I can probably paste the link in chat so you can go straight to it. Maybe. If I right click and copy channel ID, no, copy link. Can't see that one. You can't see that channel or you can't see that asset? Channel. You did give yourself the Unity Deals role from Rules and Rolls, right, Toby? Free the barn. Let's have a look. See what's going on here. No idea. Okay, so when you join my Discord server, if you go to the rules and Rolls channel and then assign yourself, just click on the emotes in there for things you want to see. So if it's Unity deals or Unreal deals, Godot deals, streaming stuff, video games, you go to that channel, then you should be able to have other channels light up. So here's a link to the Rolls channel. There you go. So if you're already on my Discord server, just click that link there and make sure you have all the roles assigned for the channels that you want to see. Click the icons and nothing happens. Are you clicking the icon in the message or are you clicking the icon as a reaction along the post underneath? Yeah, the icon's below the message. So for Unity, Unity asset channels, you just click the first icon. Ah, there we go. Okay, yep. So anything you want to see light up, just click those icons. Just a reminder, if you are not seeing channels that you thought might be here, click the icons under the post in Rules and Rolls, and they will magically light up. There we go. Okay. Okay. Here we are. So now Tubby Crumbles, who has been on my server on Discord for a while, is going to be scrolling back going, wow, look at all these deals that I hopefully haven't missed, and I hope these assets are still free. So, yeah, I feel like I may have sent Tubby Crumbles down a rabbit hole now. And of course, the New Year sale, saving 50%, is still ongoing. You too can get thousands of assets, 1,500 plus, no less, for 50% off. Yeah. And did you know there's all the links for Tubby Crumbles. Tubby Crumbles is actually on the asset store. Yeah. Yeah. If we click the second link in that verbiage, look, it opens up this window here for Unity developers. And if we sort it based on price, low to high, look, 50% off. Megabook 2 is in the sale currently. Just $30. That is dirt cheap, I believe is the expression. Mega Shapes, $50. Also 50% off. Mega Fires and Mega Fires 2, both, look, half price, $75 a piece. So if you've been umming and ahhing and sitting on the fence, which sounds uncomfortable, about buying Tubby Crumbles, aka Chris West's assets, now would be a perfect time to do so. So don't walk, run before the sale ends and load up your basket. Alrighty. Do we have anything else to cover? I think we're probably good. I think we covered everything. Yeah, we last week we finished doing the building on the arcade racing cabinet. Doesn't really show up very well without any lights on, does it? But there we go. That's the Lego that we finished last week. I feel like this is a recurring track we have on stream while we're having the Christmas playlist. This was in a movie, I believe, wasn't it? I think Yogurt Garrel came in and said that she knows this song from a movie. I just don't remember which movie it was. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. I am going to run and fill my coffee cup because it's almost empty. And when I've filled up my coffee cup with a nice hot beverage, I'm going to come back and I'm going to fire up this game and see just how scared I can get. Yeah. So I'll be back in, let's see, 3 minutes and 2 seconds, if not less time than that. Okay. So when I come back, we'll come back to this main scene, and then we're gonna switch across to the horror scene that I created last week, where all of this background will disappear. It'll just be me and hopefully the game. So, all right. I'm glad you're excited, Bear, because I'm just scared. All right, just want to put that out there. This is why I didn't want to play horror games, especially on stream, because I'm a scaredy cat. So, yeah. I mean, what we could do before I disappear, just so you don't hear weird things going on in the background, is let me fire it up before. There you go, because you'll hear bling blongs and things, and you'll be like, "What's that? What's that random noise?" Oh. So I'm having some packages delivered in England today because, you know, I obviously can't be there to deliver them myself. And Amazon are delivering them. And Bear, that's not funny. That's not funny, Bear. Mostly because you're afraid to play. Thank you. And just a reminder, when we come back and then we switch to the game scene, blurps won't be available. Okay, I can't refund bits because Blurp won't let me do that, but the blurps just won't play. So just a heads up. No, we're not. We're not doing Taylor. Okay. All right. So it's making me open Steam. Hang on a moment. Launching. Running install script. Okay. Are you actually launching though? Cancel. Play. Let's try again. This is one of the reasons I did not enable blurp on the horror scene. You know, this is going to be a very quick stream today if I can't even get the game open, right? There's something open that it's not telling me about. Hey, got any grapes? How you doing, Harrier Cat? I'm just trying to launch the game here. Open. Let's try that. Of course, it worked fine last week. Downloads. 2 of 2 items complete. Okay. There it is. There's the game. Cancel it again. Click play again. Do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Yes. Just arrived at my parents' place. Unfortunately, I can't stay to see you get scared. Well, if I can't even open the game, yeah, there won't be any scaring at all. The only scary thing will be that I'm going to be fighting with Steam and asking why the game isn't opening on my PC. I'm hoping it's just a timing thing. I think my Windows mouse pointer keeps flashing and coming back, so I'm thinking it's probably just slow to open because it is quite a size. I remember it being gigabytes, I think, when I looked at it, so maybe it just takes a minute. Well, that's the real life horror, isn't it? Yes, it will be quite horrific. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and grab a coffee. And hopefully when I come back, it has launched because it says launching running install script. Yes, please. I'm going to go and grab one. It says launching running install script Microsoft.NET Framework. But nothing has opened. I'll take a coffee too if you wouldn't mind. Okay, Bear, I'll bring you one back. All right. So I'm going to step away. When I come back, hopefully, we'll switch to the horror scene and we'll see if we can get it working because in my list of games, it says Still Wakes the Deep, launching. But clearly, I know I have 3 monitors and a lot of real estate space it could have popped up in, but it is not there. So I'm going to go and grab me and Bear a coffee, and hopefully when I come back, there'll be a game on my screen. All right, I'll be back in 3 minutes or less.